Chosen one, the wealth of the wicked is transferring to you. God decided. You have been walking with integrity, even when no one was watching. You have been staying humble, even when everything in you wanted to shout. You've chosen righteousness, even when it cost you comfort. You've stayed faithful while others took shortcuts. And now, the universe has responded. A divine shift is in motion. You are entering the realm of supernatural compensation, because God has decided that the wealth of the wicked will no longer remain in their hands. It's coming to you. Watch this video until the very end, chosen one, because something is being activated in your spirit as you hear this. You are receiving prophetic clarity, divine confirmation, and unstoppable momentum. And write your warmest wish in the comments along with the number 99 right now. Let the universe see your intention. This is a space where wishes are declared and the energy of manifestation is ignited. You are no longer hoping, you're aligning. And what you're aligning with is massive. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. The wealth of the wicked, the fortunes that were built on deception, manipulation, greed, and corruption, are being reassigned. Systems are crumbling behind closed doors. Decisions are being made in secret boardrooms that don't even realize they're paving the way for your elevation. While it may seem like the rich are getting richer and the powerful are becoming untouchable, there's a hidden hand reversing the direction of resources. The wicked thought they were untouchable, but the divine has the final say. Every dollar, every opportunity, every piece of gold they used against the righteous is coming back as a reward. A wealth reversal is now underway. Chosen one, this isn't just a redistribution of money, it's a correction of justice. It's a realignment of divine balance. You have sown seeds of honesty, love, generosity, and grace. You watered those seeds in silence. You didn't demand recognition. You just trusted. And while the wicked built their towers through lies, you were digging deep roots of truth. And now, the wealth that was once used to build walls will now be used to build bridges. For you, through you, because of you. What once belonged to those who exploited the innocent, who gained their fortune through exploitation and pride, is now under divine audit. It's being weighed and measured and found wanting. The universal law is this: nothing built on evil can last forever. And that time has come. You are entering a prophetic transaction where all that was held back from you is being released. And it's not a trickle, it's an avalanche. There are inheritances being unlocked. Contracts that were manipulated against you are now being rewritten. What you didn't get before because of corruption, favoritism, or manipulation is now being awarded to you because of divine order. You're going to receive back pay for years you remained underpaid, overlooked, or passed over. This is restoration on a divine level, and it's unstoppable. Do not be surprised when doors begin to open in places that previously felt cursed. Do not be alarmed when people who once ignored you now seek you out. Do not question it when you suddenly begin receiving massive opportunities that come without your effort. This isn't random, it's ordained. Your name has been whispered in rooms that you haven't even stepped foot in yet. Angels have been dispatched to deliver your inheritance. The vaults are being opened. This isn't about revenge. This is about spiritual recompense. It's about justice finally catching up to those who thought they could escape the divine accounting. For every tear you cried in private, for every time you stayed silent when others mocked your faith, for every season you had to survive with little, there is a corresponding reward coming. And it's not small. It's not moderate. It's massive. The tables are turning, and you're not going to rise slowly. You're going to rise suddenly. Those who hoarded wealth to oppress others are now going to see that same wealth fund your freedom. What they used to keep others down is now going to lift you up, and the world will be stunned because no one saw this coming, not even you. This transfer is strategic. It's not random. You're being positioned in such a way that when this wealth hits your hands, it won't just elevate you, it will empower others through you. You are becoming a distribution center for blessings. You are the new vessel. You are the chosen pipeline through which divine resources will flow. And unlike the wicked, you won't hoard it. You'll multiply it. You'll share it. You'll build with it. Everything is changing, and you need to understand that this isn't the time to play small. Don't minimize your vision. Don't shrink your dreams. Don't hold back your ideas because of fear. The same divine hand that is orchestrating this wealth transfer is also expanding your capacity. You're not just getting more money, you're getting more wisdom. You're not just receiving funds, you're being given divine downloads of how to multiply it. You may have noticed strange things happening lately. Unexpected bills being covered, people offering to help out of nowhere, refunds you didn't expect, extra zeros showing up in your bank account, open doors you didn't knock on. These are signs, small signs of a much bigger miracle that's coming. Do not ignore them. Do not second-guess them. Every sign is a signal that the wealth is on the move, and it's coming to you. You were never meant to stay at the bottom. You were never created to live in lack. That was the illusion the wicked crafted to keep you small. But now, the veil has been torn. You see clearer. You speak bolder. You stand stronger. And because of that alignment, heaven has released the order. Transfer the wealth. Release the reward. Elevate the chosen. And so it begins. Bank accounts are shifting. Keys are being handed over. Property titles are being reassigned. What was used to build empires of pride will now fund legacies of light. And your name is on it. The chosen one is rising, and the wealth of the wicked is fueling the mission. This is the hour where generational curses are broken and generational blessings are birthed. You are standing at the intersection of destiny and divine economy. You are walking into places where everything is already prepared for you. Wealth is chasing you down. Blessings are overtaking you. Overflow is your new normal. You were never meant to live from hand to mouth. That cycle is breaking right now. You've been preserved for such a time as this, not just to receive, but to disrupt, to dismantle the strongholds that have allowed the wicked to thrive while the righteous struggled. You are the answer to prayers your ancestors prayed. You are the evidence of a turning tide. The ground beneath you is shifting, chosen one. And this shift is not subtle, it's seismic. You will begin to notice the collapse of systems that once seemed untouchable. Watch carefully. Businesses, industries, and individuals who thrived off deceit will begin to face exposures, setbacks, and complete shutdowns. But don't fear the shaking, it's part of the transfer. What's crumbling isn't yours. What's falling apart isn't connected to your destiny. The downfall of the wicked is making room for the elevation of the chosen. The wealth that has been tied up in the hands of the corrupt is now being untied. There are contracts, investments, properties, trusts, inheritances, and even forgotten funds that are divinely being released to find you. You are not here to beg. You are here to inherit. And that inheritance isn't just about money. It's about power, influence, leadership, impact. Everything the enemy tried to deny you is now being handed to you with interest. And this isn't just about physical riches. There's a spiritual inheritance being released that will empower you to handle what's coming. Divine strategy, insight, foresight, discernment. You are about to be entrusted with the kind of inner strength that can handle outer increase. Because this isn't temporary elevation, this is legacy-level establishment. For years, the wicked made it look like dishonesty was the only way to thrive. They modeled greed as strength. They praised manipulation as intelligence. They glorified selfishness and scorned humility. But now, humility is being honored. Now, purity is being rewarded. Now, your hidden obedience is becoming the foundation for unstoppable success. You are not behind, You were just being refined, and your refinement is producing unstoppable results. There are people who counted you out, people who dismissed your dreams, people who laughed behind your back while pretending to cheer you on. But soon, their mouths will be silenced. Not by your pride, but by your prosperity. You won't have to say a word. Your lifestyle will be the testimony. Your peace will be the proof. Your joy will be louder than their judgment. Because when God decides, no one can override it. And God decided, you win. Don't be surprised when you are suddenly drawn into circles you never imagined. When people in high places start seeking your wisdom, your collaboration, your energy. You are carrying something rare, something clean, something the world has been starving for. Truth wrapped in power. Integrity laced with vision. That is your currency. That is your wealth. And that wealth is magnetic. It's pulling provision from the four corners of the earth into your life. You will soon find yourself managing resources that others thought were too big for someone like you. They don't know your process. They didn't see the nights you cried, the battles you fought, or the strength you cultivated in the shadows. You've got spiritual muscle they don't understand. That's why the transfer had to come to you. Because you won't just spend it. You'll steward it. You'll protect it. You'll multiply it with grace. What the wicked gathered to enslave others will now be used to set people free. Get ready to fund causes, sponsor visions, rescue families, and build communities. The wealth wasn't just stolen, it was stored. And now, the storage room is being opened and your name is on what's inside. Don't doubt it. Don't debate it. Just receive it. This is not a promise. It's a decree. And let's be real. The enemy tried everything to stop this moment from arriving. He sent distractions to delay you, sent doubt to derail you, sent toxic connections to deplete you. But here you are, still standing, still believing, still showing up. That resilience? It wasn't wasted. It was recorded. And it has qualified you for rewards that cannot be reversed. You were chosen because you stayed clean when you could have gone crooked. You remained pure when bitterness tried to take root. You gave when you had little. You loved when you weren't loved back. And the universe has recorded every act. The divine ledgers are balanced, and the transfer is not just on the way, it's already in motion. There are miracles coming with your name engraved on them. Not general blessings, tailor-made breakthroughs. The kind of breakthroughs that shift your entire bloodline. That cancel debts you didn't think could be canceled. That break limits that generations before you couldn't break. You are not just chosen. You are destined to disrupt lack. Listen to this closely. The same systems that rejected you will regret it. The very gates that were closed in your face are now being opened wide. But not because you begged. Because the divine decree over your life is undeniable. You were marked for wealth, not because you worship it, but because you can manage it for purpose. That's the difference. That's why you've been trusted. That's why it's you. As the wealth of the wicked finds its way to you, stay rooted in purpose. Stay anchored in humility. Remember that this isn't about revenge. It's about responsibility. You're not rising to prove anyone wrong. You're rising to prove the divine right. Your obedience wasn't in vain. Your process wasn't pointless. It was positioning you for this exact moment. You're going to walk into rooms that feel like dreams, sign deals that shift economies, build structures that will stand long after you're gone. And while the wicked wonder what happened, you'll be living proof that when heaven decides, it's final. No delay, no demon, and no denial can stop it. The shift is becoming visible. The signs are intensifying. There are movements happening in the spirit before they manifest in the natural. Chosen one, you are not just on the receiving end of a miracle. You are walking inside a divine transaction that was sealed in the heavens before the foundations of this world. You were predestined to carry the wealth that was once misused by the unrighteous. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't luck. This is a holy reversal in motion. You may be seeing signs already, random debts being wiped away, new doors opening in places you didn't apply for, strangers being generous for no reason, people mentioning your name in positive light when you're not even present. These are not small events. These are divine confirmations that the wealth of the wicked is already starting to shift. The transfer isn't coming. It has begun. You're not just stepping into wealth, you're stepping into rulership. The wicked used their resources to control, to manipulate, to oppress. But you will use yours to release, to liberate, to elevate. That's why you had to wait. That's why your wealth was delayed. Because it wasn't just about money. It was about your maturity. It was about your heart. You had to grow into the version of you who wouldn't be corrupted by the blessing, but would instead command it for purpose. Many of the wicked believed their wealth would protect them forever. They built towers of pride, thinking they'd never fall. But now they're confused. Their power is slipping. Their certainty is crumbling. And while their towers fall, your foundation is rising. Quietly, steadily, supernaturally. Because your blessing doesn't need attention, it needs alignment. You've been positioned at the edge of a generational breakthrough. And this moment was not accidental. It's your time, chosen one. You're stepping into places others were disqualified from. You're receiving wealth that was hidden in plain sight. Hidden, not from you, but for you, stored until the right time. And now that time has come. The wicked forgot that there is always a higher authority, that everything they hoarded unjustly would eventually have to be accounted for. They sowed exploitation, they're reaping emptiness. They sowed pride, they're reaping collapse. But you sowed integrity, and you're reaping abundance. You sowed peace, and you're reaping promotion. You sowed faithfulness, and now you're reaping favor without limits. There are keys coming into your hands. Physical keys, spiritual keys, keys to homes, keys to buildings, keys to offices, keys to gates that were locked to your family line for generations. Doors that your bloodline could never access are now swinging open effortlessly because you were willing to walk upright when the pressure to compromise was overwhelming. You have entered a season where you no longer need to chase what's yours. The transfer is divine, and when heaven releases it, it doesn't require striving. It only requires readiness. And you are ready now. The lessons you've learned, the healing you've gone through, the boundaries you've built, the clarity you've gained, those things were not delays. They were preparations. You're not just going to receive a financial windfall. You're going to carry a financial mantle, a calling, an assignment to manage wealth for something greater than yourself. You will think on a higher level, move on a higher level, operate in a new frequency of provision. And every time you try to shrink back, the divine will remind you, you are not the same. You are the one who was chosen to be trusted with wealth. The wicked wanted to keep wealth in dark places. They built it off of desperation. They used it to keep others dependent. But your wealth will flow in light. It will birth independence. It will fund purpose. It will create room for others to rise. And that's why the transfer had to come to you, because your vision includes others. You are walking into divine multiplication. You're going to find that money not only stays, but expands. Every seed you sow now will produce an uncommon harvest. There's no more living paycheck to paycheck. That cycle is shattered. No more scarcity, no more panic, no more survival mode. You've exited survival and entered dominion. And yes, people will talk. They'll wonder how it happened so suddenly, how someone like you rose so quickly, how you got so lucky. But they won't know the years you spent underground, building roots. They won't see the nights you stayed faithful when you wanted to give up. They won't feel the pain that tried to break you, or the prayers that kept you going. You didn't skip the process. That's why you're being given permanent promotion. What's coming to you cannot be revoked, reversed, or reassigned. It's yours, stamped, sealed, decided. And no force in this realm or the next can stop it. You are walking in favor that was earned by obedience. power that was cultivated in secret, and wealth that was unlocked by divine command. So rise boldly. This isn't a time to be timid. This is a time to move with the confidence of someone who knows the heavens have backed them. You are a carrier of divine economy now. You are a walking vault of wisdom. You're not just wealthy, you're an answer, a solution, a light in the chaos, and your light is impossible to ignore. Be ready for partnerships that elevate you without manipulation. Be ready for contracts that are fair, fruitful, and fully in your favor. Be ready for opportunities that align perfectly with your purpose. You are not going to have to fight for visibility anymore. Your light is too bright to hide. The world will be drawn to you because what you carry is pure, and purity has become rare. You are stepping into uncommon favor, uncommon influence, and uncommon provision. But this isn't just the start of a new chapter. It's the beginning of an entirely new book. The old narrative is closed. The story of struggle is finished. A new volume is being written, and every line screams victory. Every page echoes abundance. Everything you've been through has led up to this moment. The pain, the pressure, the pruning, every betrayal, every closed door, every lonely night. None of it was random. It was the divine preparation for a destiny that only someone with your resilience, your heart, and your spirit could handle. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. And now that your positioning is complete, the wealth that has been held by the wrong hands is being reassigned to yours. This moment has been written in the divine blueprint. Timelines have shifted in your favor. Delays are being dismantled. And what used to take years is going to happen in moments. Because when heaven decides, speed becomes supernatural. You're entering a flow where things won't just align. They will accelerate. It will feel like everything is happening all at once. And it is. Because the divine sees you ready now. Chosen one, you are being hidden on purpose. Your low seasons were not signs of weakness, they were signs of sacredness. You were being protected from exposure too early. The wicked build fast, but they collapse just as quickly. You, however, are being built to last. That's why your rise is taking longer, but it's also going higher. When you rise, you won't fall. When you receive, you won't lose. When you expand, you'll never shrink again. Your mindset has already shifted. What used to stress you out doesn't even move you anymore. What used to scare you now excites you. That's proof of inner wealth growing before outer wealth arrives. This is how you know the transfer is secure, because it's not just going to your hands, it's flowing from your spirit. You're wealthy from the inside out. And let's be clear, this isn't just about you living in luxury. This is about you creating a ripple effect. The wicked hoarded to build thrones, but you will receive to build legacies. You will fund schools, launch programs, create safe spaces, pay off mortgages for families, heal financial wounds for generations. Because you're not just a receiver, you're a restorer. There are people attached to your destiny who don't even know you yet, but they will be set free by your overflow. What you're walking into isn't just wealth, it's divine infrastructure. A system of supernatural abundance where you become a portal of provision, a conduit of divine economy. And it won't dry up, it won't fade, it will only grow. This transfer is about impact. The wicked were intoxicated with control. They used wealth to dominate, to intimidate, to manipulate. But your wealth will comfort, encourage, inspire, and empower. You are breaking the narrative. You are rewriting the rules. You are redefining what it looks like to carry power with purity. You will not need to explain yourself. The results will speak. The fruit will prove. The transformation will silence every critic. Because when the divine moves, there's no debate. You won't rise with pride, you'll rise with peace. And people won't even be able to hate. They'll have no choice but to stand in awe. Because they'll know what happened to you was not natural. It was supernatural. You are stepping into divine flow, the kind of flow where money comes without struggle, where opportunities find you, where solutions come through dreams, where doors swing open without you knocking. You'll make one move and 10 doors will open. You'll speak one sentence and hearts will shift. You'll walk into a room and favor will follow. It's because your presence is now charged. You've been anointed to carry not just wealth, but weight, spiritual weight, energetic authority. There's something about you that shifts the atmosphere now. Because you've passed the test, the character test, the humility test, the faith test. And passing those tests didn't give you money, it gave you mastery. And that mastery is magnetic. Let others keep chasing clout. Let them buy image while ignoring integrity. That era is fading. A new frequency is rising. A frequency where wealth is drawn to authenticity, where the divine promotes the pure-hearted, where abundance flows through alignment, not effort. And you, chosen one, are already tuned in. So don't be surprised when what once drained you now disappears. Certain people, environments, and habits will fall away without warning. It's not rejection, it's refinement. The divine is removing anything that can't survive the altitude you're rising into. Let it go. Release it all. You don't need to beg for company when you're walking in legacy. And now, here's something you must remember. This is only the beginning. The transfer is not a one-time moment. It's a movement, a lifelong flow of favor. Wealth will come in waves, and each wave will be bigger than the last. Why? Because your vision will keep expanding, because your capacity will keep increasing, because you will keep growing into greater. You won't just own homes, you'll build communities. You won't just cash checks, you'll write them. You won't just receive opportunities, you'll create them. You'll mentor leaders, influence industries, and birth new systems. What the wicked used to divide, you will use to unite. What they used to limit, you will use to liberate. So breathe easy. You don't have to force anything. The decisions have already been made in your favor. Heaven already authorized your elevation. The angels are already dispatched. The blessings are already in transit. All you have to do now is be. Be ready. Be open. Be expectant. Be bold. Be at peace. You are not in competition. You are in alignment. What's yours is so uniquely designed for you that no one else can carry it. No one else can receive it. No one else can walk in it. That's why you've never needed to chase. Because what is divinely yours cannot miss you. The wealth was created for you long before you asked for it. You're entering the era where what once drained you now funds you, where what once overwhelmed you now overflows through you, where what once felt impossible now becomes automatic. And all of it is proof that the divine transfer is complete. Chosen one, everything around you is beginning to obey the call over your life. Even the elements, even the people who once doubted you, even the systems that rejected you, they're all beginning to bend in your direction. This is what happens when the divine says, now. This is what happens when a wealth transfer becomes visible. No force can resist it. No gate can block it. No hand can delay it. Because it was always meant for you. This is not a trickle. This is a flood. You're not just going to receive what was taken. You're going to receive double, triple, and more. Because the divine doesn't return things as they were. It returns things restored and multiplied. That means more than money. That means peace. That means clarity. That means power. And it means permanent placement in spaces you used to only dream of. You've shifted from asking to commanding, from waiting to walking, from surviving to securing. You are no longer hoping the doors open. You are becoming the door. You are the opportunity now. You are the elevation. And everything the wicked tried to use to suppress you, will now become the very thing that supports you. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them whisper. You owe no explanations. You carry divine proof. And divine proof doesn't need validation. It just shines. It just works. It just delivers. And you're about to become undeniable. Not because you fought harder, but because you surrendered deeper. You aligned when others resisted. You trusted when others mocked. You sowed when others hoarded. Now look at you. You're rising, not just physically, but spiritually. You're moving into a state of grace where wealth sticks to you, favor follows you, and success submits to you. Not because you begged, but because you believed. And belief in divine timing unlocks everything. You are about to be flooded with instructions, downloads, visions, plans that make no earthly sense but open heavenly gates. You'll start receiving ideas that shift industries. You'll hear things in the stillness that birth movements in the earth. Because your wealth isn't just attached to money. It's anchored in divine intelligence. This is why you had to be preserved. If you had received this too early, the pressure would have crushed you. But now, you're built different. You're rooted. You're anchored. You've been tested and found worthy. So the divine doesn't just send a blessing to you. It makes you the blessing itself. From this moment on, you'll notice the shift not just in what you attract, but in how you respond. You no longer settle for crumbs. You don't entertain confusion. You don't justify your worth. You move like someone who knows that the wealth of the wicked was never theirs to keep. It was just temporarily misplaced. And now, it's being delivered. You'll notice the weight of divine authority on your words. When you speak, things happen. When you pray, things move. When you declare, things shift. Because the heavens recognize your frequency now. You've become a magnet for miracles, not because of charm, but because of charge. You are energetically aligned with overflow. This is the season where you don't chase checks. Checks chase you. You don't beg for tables, you build them. You don't seek validation, you carry vibration. That's the wealth. That's the power. That's the reason the divine transfer couldn't go to anyone else. It had to be you. Because your hands are clean, your heart is pure, and your purpose is bigger than your ego. You are going to see people try to figure out what happened. How did you go from overlooked to overbooked? From struggling to secure? From invisible to influential? They won't be able to understand it, because it's not logical. It's spiritual. It's the signature of divine favor. It's what happens when heaven puts your name on the release order. Chosen one. A supernatural power is coming to you. God is with you. What you are about to step into is not random. It's not a coincidence. You didn't just stumble upon this moment by chance. The timing, the message, the call, it's all been aligned in the divine. There is a supernatural force, orchestrated by God, that is about to wrap itself around your life in ways that will leave you breathless. This is not ordinary power. This is not something human hands can generate or manipulate. What is coming to you is spiritual, unstoppable, and tailor-made for the level you are about to walk into. The battles you faced were not for nothing. The waiting wasn't empty. You were being prepared for something beyond what your natural mind can conceive. And now, it begins. Chosen one, listen closely. You are not watching this by accident. Stay with this message all the way to the end because your spirit needs this revelation. Something inside you will activate. Something buried deep. Something ancient. Something sacred is waking up. And write your warmest wishes in the comments and type 99 to release your desires into the universe. Let this be a space of power, a place where faith collides with fulfillment. Your wishes are not being ignored. They are being charged with the energy of the universe and the will of God. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You've been carrying a quiet strength. You've walked through days where the weight of your assignment was nearly too much. But you endured. You pressed forward. And because of that, something is now being unlocked. This is not just an upgrade in energy. This is a heavenly impartation. You are about to be infused with power from realms most people can't even sense. It's the kind of power that changes atmospheres when you walk in. It's the kind of power that makes closed doors fly open on their own. The kind that makes people wonder how you keep surviving, how you keep thriving, how your name keeps rising when you're not even trying. The answer is simple. God is with you, and divine power is flowing to you. This is a supernatural transition. That means it won't make logical sense. You won't have to figure it all out. It will show up suddenly, without warning. There won't be a sign telling you, here it comes, but it will come. You'll feel it in your body. You'll sense it in your spirit. The air around you will shift. The conversations will change. Your presence will begin to stir things. The supernatural power that's coming is not just to bless you. It's to transform everything attached to your name. Your finances, your relationships, your decisions, your very identity. You will become a walking manifestation of divine force. This is why you've felt the pressure. This is why things seemed to fall apart before they got better. You weren't being punished. You were being spiritually upgraded. The delay was a disguise. The silence was sacred. The tears were a watering for your next season. You had to be emptied so you could be filled with what's coming. That supernatural power cannot enter a vessel still carrying fear, doubt, bitterness, or resentment. It required a deep purge, and now, because you allowed yourself to surrender, you are ready. God didn't choose someone else for this moment. He chose you. You, with the past that still haunts you sometimes. You, with the dreams that have been rejected and misunderstood. You, the one who kept showing up even when no one clapped, no one noticed, no one cared. That resilience didn't go unnoticed in the heavens. It echoed across dimensions. And now, a supernatural response has been initiated. There are powers moving on your behalf, even now as you hear this message. Your spirit is being activated for a level of divine influence and personal power that will shift not just your life, but the lives of everyone connected to you. You will walk into places and people will feel a pull toward you. Not because of ego, not because of appearance, but because of the divine code that's now running through your spirit. You will operate with insight beyond your years. You'll begin to know things you've never studied. Solutions will flow to you. Answers will chase you. Wealth will come to you as a natural side effect of the supernatural power you're now carrying. This power brings with it divine magnetism. It draws everything you need into alignment. The connections, the contracts, the miracles, they're all responding to the energy God is now releasing through you. You're no longer bound by the limitations of what others said you were. The words of critics, the expectations of culture, the mistakes of your past, they no longer hold weight. When divine power touches you, it rewrites everything. It resets your narrative. What once looked like failure becomes foundation. What once felt like loss becomes leverage. That's the kind of supernatural shift that's coming. You will rise in a way that silences every lie ever told about you, and you won't need to defend yourself. Your results will do the talking. Chosen one, don't be afraid of what's coming. Yes, it's going to be unfamiliar. Yes, it's going to stretch you, but it's designed to expand your destiny. You've played small for too long. You've hidden your gifts, dulled your shine, tried to fit in where you were meant to stand out. That's over. This power will not allow you to shrink anymore. It will call you into rooms you thought were off limits. It will demand that you speak when you used to stay silent. It will empower you to break cycles that have lived in your bloodline for generations. That's the level of purpose this supernatural power is tied to. It's not about fame. It's about impact. It's not about material things. It's about transformation. You are being positioned as a vessel for something greater than success. You are becoming a transmitter of divine energy, and those around you will feel it. Some will be drawn to it. Others may resist it. But no one will be able to ignore it. You are entering the realm of the unstoppable. You are not waiting for power. The power is waiting for you to realize it was always meant for you. It's time to stop doubting, stop delaying, stop dimming. You are not unworthy. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are chosen. And chosen people don't move like everyone else. They're called, crafted, and carried by forces unseen. And when that supernatural wind starts blowing in your life, everything changes. Everything accelerates. Everything multiplies. Stay in alignment. Keep your heart clear. Protect your peace. Because the power that's coming needs a stable place to land. It's not random energy. It's sacred fire. It will burn away the unnecessary and ignite what's eternal. You're about to walk in wisdom you've never possessed before. Opportunities will find you even in silence. And the kind of favor that follows supernatural power? It doesn't expire. It multiplies. It grows with you. This isn't hype. This is a warning to prepare. Because once it hits, you won't have time to figure it out. You'll need to flow with it. Move with it. Respond with boldness. Because God isn't just sending this power for you to feel good. He's sending it so you can finally step into who you really are. The world hasn't seen your full capacity yet, but it's about to. Because the power has been activated, and it's heading straight for you. What's about to happen in your life will not be explainable in natural terms. You won't be able to map it out or strategize your way into it. This is not a reward for planning. It's a response to divine alignment. You aligned yourself even when it was hard. You showed up with a pure heart. You stayed faithful in secret, and that kind of energy never goes unnoticed. Supernatural power flows toward integrity. It finds those who are in position, even if the world never gave them recognition. And that's exactly what's happening now. You're about to be elevated by something greater than strategy. This is spiritual force taking over your journey. There is something about supernatural power that doesn't just upgrade your outer life. It redefines your inner atmosphere. You begin to think different. You perceive things differently. You don't respond to chaos the same. You carry a level of clarity that pierces through confusion like a sword. This is not just energy. This is divine intelligence. When the supernatural hits, your thoughts become aligned with higher frequencies. Ideas will come out of nowhere. The pieces you couldn't put together before will suddenly fall into place. And no, you're not imagining it. That's the supernatural insight working in you. Don't be surprised when people start saying you've changed. You have. Don't be shocked when old environments no longer feel comfortable. That's how you know your power is increasing. The supernatural will begin to make you outgrow what once felt like home. It's not about arrogance, it's about alignment. You've stepped into something heavenly, and now anything less than purpose will feel like noise. You're not crazy. You're just rising. There will be moments where it feels overwhelming. You may wonder if you're qualified. But hear this clearly. Supernatural power doesn't flow through perfection. It flows through surrender. You didn't need to be flawless. You just needed to be open. And you were. You opened your spirit, even after betrayal, even after pain, even after disappointment tried to close you off. And because of that, God saw you fit to receive something that most people never access in their lifetime. This power will begin to speak for you before you even enter a room. Doors will open and you'll feel like, how did this happen so fast? It's not speed, it's divine timing multiplied by supernatural force. You were delayed, yes, but now you are being accelerated. And when the supernatural touches your timeline, things that should have taken years begin to unfold in days. Conversations you've been praying for suddenly start happening. People you've never met feel drawn to you and want to help. Opportunities start flooding your inbox. Don't question it. Don't second guess it. This is what it looks like when heaven responds. Chosen one, you were built for this. You were built to carry something different. You've never fit in, and now you finally see why. You were never supposed to be part of the crowd. You are a leader of movements, a pioneer of realms, a forerunner of favor. The supernatural power coming to you is not just for you. It's going to overflow through you. You'll inspire people without trying. Your presence alone will be enough to shift mindsets and restore hope. Because this power speaks loud, even in silence. There's a reason your name has been hidden for so long. There's a reason you've had to move in silence. God was covering you, protecting what He was preparing inside you. That protection wasn't rejection. It was preservation. Because what's in you now is too precious to be exposed to premature influence. But now the light is green. The path is clear. The time is set. And the power has been released. Your finances are about to multiply, not just because you worked hard, but because the supernatural brings provision. Money will start responding to the divine energy you carry. Things you've tried to chase will now begin to chase you. You'll walk into favor so strong that others will think you're lucky. But deep down, you'll know this is not luck. It's alignment. It's destiny unfolding. And every part of you will feel it. The supernatural power coming to you will also begin to cut things off. People, habits, patterns. Don't panic when something or someone suddenly exits your life. It's all part of the shift. The supernatural doesn't come just to add. It comes to remove what cannot come with you. This is a new frequency, and only what's aligned with your purpose can stay. You may feel loss in the short term, but in the long term, you'll see that every exit was a setup for your elevation. You will also begin to hear God more clearly. The confusion that once clouded your mind will lift. The static will clear. You will know what to do, even when there is no logical path. Your spirit will begin to operate with precision. You'll be at peace in chaos. You'll carry wisdom beyond your years. And this is not something you will have to force. It will flow naturally. That's how the supernatural works. It doesn't stress. It settles. Some will not understand what's happening in your life. And that's okay. This power isn't for them to understand. It's for you to walk in. You are being trusted with something that cannot be explained with common language. Your future is being written in divine ink. And when it manifests, it will be undeniable. You won't need to announce it. They'll see it in your glow. They'll feel it when you speak. They'll recognize it when doors open for you without you even knocking. You've entered a season where what once drained you will now empower you. You'll look back at past pain and see the power it built in you. You'll see that every hardship was a setup for this moment. Your wilderness was not wasted. It taught you how to carry power without losing your soul. It taught you how to handle blessings with humility. It prepared you to lead with love and not ego. That's why God waited until now to release this supernatural power, because now you can carry it wisely. Stay ready, stay grounded, stay expectant, because what's coming isn't light. It's weighty, it's heavy, but it's holy, and it's all yours. Everything is about to make sense. The pain, the silence, the sudden endings, the confusing turns. The moments that seemed like delays were really disguised accelerators. You are now stepping into the season where your obedience will be honored, your silence will be rewarded, and your surrender will be elevated. You didn't miss anything. In fact, the very thing you thought was passing you by was just circling until the power in you was ready to receive it. Chosen one, the supernatural power that's coming isn't just external, it's internal. It's changing the way you think. It's altering your decision-making, You're no longer reacting from fear, you're responding from faith. And that alone is power. That alone is rare. Most people run when they don't understand something. But you chose to stay in the unknown. You chose to believe anyway. That's the posture that activates the realm of the miraculous. You've been under spiritual construction, quietly, privately. And while others were celebrating visible success, you were being developed for invisible strength. Now that quiet season is about to explode into something visible. The supernatural does not stay hidden forever. When it's time, it reveals itself in undeniable ways. And that's where you are. The revealing has begun. What's inside of you is about to be made public, and no force can block what God has decided to release. You're not in the same season anymore. You've shifted dimensions. You're vibrating at a frequency that pulls divine results. And that's why things feel unfamiliar. That's why some people seem distant now. That's why some things no longer excite you. Because your spirit is maturing faster than your environment. But don't rush back to what was comfortable. That space is no longer your home. You've been called into something higher. And the supernatural power assigned to you needs that higher ground to operate. What you're about to experience is restoration. On a supernatural level. This isn't just about getting back what you lost. This is about receiving things you didn't even ask for, blessings you didn't see coming. Your name is being mentioned in places your feet haven't yet stepped into. You're being remembered, even in rooms you didn't know existed. That's supernatural power, moving, aligning, building, orchestrating on your behalf. Let this sink in deeply. The supernatural does not function by your effort. It responds to your alignment. You don't need to force what's already yours. You just need to stay in position. The wind will carry what belongs to you. The universe will echo what you've planted in faith. And the divine timing of heaven will bring it all to you. Not when you're striving, but when you're surrendered. Your spiritual gifts are about to explode. Dreams will become clearer. Discernment will sharpen. You'll sense shifts in people and places before anyone else. You'll walk into spaces and immediately feel the truth behind the atmosphere. That's not paranoia. It's prophetic insight. That's what happens when supernatural power awakens. You begin to operate beyond the surface. You begin to walk in divine intelligence that surpasses logic. And with that power comes responsibility. You'll notice that you can no longer entertain certain conversations. You'll start to feel drained by gossip, judgment, or negativity. Not because you're better, but because your energy is now sacred. What once seemed tolerable will now feel toxic. That's how the supernatural purifies your environment. It makes you allergic to anything that contaminates your calling. Watch what happens next. People will begin coming to you for clarity, for comfort, for guidance, because they sense something on you. Don't be surprised when they say, "There's something about you." That something is this divine force. It's your time to carry it boldly. You don't need a title. You don't need approval. Your power is not man-given, so it doesn't require man's permission. It's a heavenly deposit. And when God gives it, no one can revoke it. Let your voice carry more weight now. Let your steps be more intentional. Let your presence do the talking. You're not just entering rooms, you're shifting the atmosphere of rooms. The supernatural power in you will do what your words cannot. It will move hearts. It will open minds. It will soften the hardest of circumstances. That's the power you're walking in now. There will be divine timing in every detail moving forward. The person you bump into at the store will be a key connection. The unexpected delay in your day will be divine protection. The random idea that pops into your mind will lead to your breakthrough. This is not fantasy. It's divine orchestration at work. You're not being ignored. You're being strategically positioned. And you'll know this power is real because it won't just affect your life. it will overflow into others. Even the way money flows to you is about to shift. You'll receive income from directions you didn't expect. Resources will come, not because of hustle, but because of harmony. When supernatural power touches your finances, it multiplies with grace. No burnout, no striving, just supernatural stewardship. You'll find yourself making decisions with divine confidence. You'll say yes to things you used to doubt. You'll walk through open doors without needing to knock twice. And this won't just be a moment, it'll become your momentum. Because when you truly walk in supernatural power, the old timelines no longer apply. You're not waiting on the calendar, you're moving in Kairos time. That's divine timing. That's why it will feel like suddenly things start happening. But the truth is, this is not sudden. It's the result of everything you've endured, everything you've healed, everything you've sacrificed. This is your divine reward in motion. Chosen one, you are not behind. You're not off track. You're right on schedule with God's perfect alignment. What's happening right now is the unfolding of everything that's been building in the unseen. The supernatural is coming to make visible what has always been spiritually true about you. You were made for more. You were made for impact. You were made to carry power that transforms. It's time to stop apologizing for being different. Time to stop minimizing your presence. Time to stop waiting for permission to rise. This supernatural force that's awakening within you demands space. It requires courage, and it responds to boldness. You are stepping into your ultimate flow state, a life led by divine instruction, powered by supernatural grace, and flooded with unstoppable favor. Your glow is not accidental. Your knowing is not random. Your rise is not delayed. The shift is happening right now. This power is going to wake things up in your life. Things that seemed dead, dreams you buried, hopes you silenced. It's going to shake the very structure of your routine. You may have thought your life was set in a certain direction, but the supernatural doesn't ask for your schedule. It rewrites it. It doesn't consult your limitations. It overrides them. You are going to experience a divine interruption that will rearrange everything in your favor. What you thought was a loss will become the launching pad for your greatest transformation. This supernatural power isn't just about miracles that happen around you. It's about the miracle you're becoming. You're the proof. You're the vessel. You're the testimony in motion. Every step you take is now saturated with purpose. Every word you speak carries more weight. You may not see it at first, but the energy around you will change. Your home will feel different. Your conversations will become more meaningful. You'll start to notice the universe lining things up, giving you signs, confirmations, and quiet nods that say, keep going. You're right where you're meant to be. Don't resist this change just because it feels too big. Don't doubt it just because you've never seen it before. Of course it feels strange. You're becoming someone new. You are evolving into the version of you that was always hidden beneath layers of pain, fear, and survival. But now you're no longer surviving. You're rising. You're becoming who you were always destined to be. And the supernatural power flowing into your life is accelerating that rise. It will start to feel like things are being magnetized to you. Ideas, resources, invitations, solutions, all of it. It's not coincidence. It's not luck. It's the spiritual current you've tapped into. You are no longer operating in scarcity. You're now vibrating in divine overflow. And in that frequency, you don't chase. You attract. You don't beg. You command. Not with pride, but with purpose. Because the supernatural always flows through a heart that's anchored in truth. You've outgrown your old prayers. The things you used to ask for in desperation are now coming without you even speaking. That's not arrogance. It's elevation. Your connection with God is stronger now. You don't need to scream. You simply align. And heaven responds. That's the level of intimacy and flow you're stepping into. This is what it looks like when divine favor finds its home in someone who stayed faithful when no one was watching. And yes, warfare may come with this new level. Don't be surprised if resistance tries to rise up as your breakthrough gets closer. The enemy of your purpose will always panic when your power starts to fully activate. But here's the truth. You're not the same person you were before. You're not easy to shake. You're not easy to stop. You've got supernatural power now. So your authority isn't just emotional, it's energetic. You carry divine force now. And darkness can't stand in the presence of someone who knows who they are. Stay rooted. Stay alert. The enemy's biggest strategy is distraction. He wants you overwhelmed by little things, so you miss the big move. Don't fall for it. You're being positioned. You're being empowered. And anything that leaves your life during this season is simply being cleared to make room for what's meant to stay. You won't lose anything that's part of your divine destiny. In fact, what's leaving is the very thing that was blocking the fullness of what's trying to arrive. This power you're receiving is generational. It's not just for you, it's going to echo forward. Your children will benefit from this. Your lineage will carry this light. The healing you're experiencing will become a legacy. Your obedience is breaking cycles that ran through your bloodline. You're stepping into the role of the one who changes the story for everyone who comes after you. That's the kind of weight you carry now. That's why the supernatural was released. Because you've proven you won't waste it. Every move you make now should come from a place of vision. You're no longer reacting. You're creating. You're not stumbling through life anymore. You're walking with divine direction. Your footsteps are ordered. Your timing is divine. Your heart is aligned. And because of that, your outcomes are going to reflect supernatural flow. People around you may begin to feel intimidated by the light you're carrying. Don't let that dim you. You are not responsible for shrinking to make others comfortable. The supernatural didn't come to be hidden under fear. It came to be revealed in full. Your glow is evidence of your growth. Your success is not just about you, it's a mirror for others to see what's possible when someone surrenders to divine alignment. This is also your time to move in silence. Let your results do the speaking. You don't need to convince anyone that you're blessed. Your life will speak louder than words. Watch how things fall into place. Watch how delays turn into divine setups. Watch how everything you thought was broken suddenly begins to bloom. That's supernatural restoration. It's not just about fixing. It's about transforming. There will be moments of stillness in this season too. Don't mistake them for stagnation. Stillness is not a pause. It's preparation. Sometimes the supernatural needs silence to settle in fully. So don't rush the quiet moments. Sit in them. Breathe in them. Listen. Because you'll hear things in the quiet that you'd miss in the noise. This is where divine instructions get whispered. And those whispers? They'll lead to your biggest wins. You are entering a frequency where alignment becomes automatic. Where what you need finds you without resistance. Where supernatural strategies begin to flow through your spirit like second nature. The wisdom you're about to walk in will solve problems others can't even understand. The peace you're about to carry will feel unshakable. And the confidence you're about to exude will feel like home. Because it's the version of you that was always meant to rise. Don't rush it. Don't question it. Just receive it. Let it change you. Let it mold you. Let it grow you. Because you won't recognize yourself 6 months from now, in the best way possible. This supernatural power is going to make you look like your prophecy. It's going to put you back in alignment with every promise spoken over your life, even the ones you forgot about. They're all being reactivated right now. It's happening. Even now, as you take in these words, your frequency is shifting. Your capacity is expanding. Your energy is being refined. This is not just motivation, it's confirmation. You're not dreaming this up. You're not imagining it. You are being supernaturally upgraded. and nothing will ever be the same again. Chosen one, this power that's arriving in your life is sacred. It's not common. It's not light. And it's certainly not for everyone. That's why you were separated. That's why you had to walk alone. That's why some people didn't make it into this next chapter with you. Because what's being released into your spirit now requires a level of purity, focus, and depth that few are willing to maintain. You're being trusted with something heavenly, and heaven doesn't place treasure in unstable hands. Everything that tried to distract you was only a test. Every delay, every rejection, every moment of confusion, none of it could stop what was predestined. The supernatural power coming upon you isn't being sent because you begged for it. It's being sent because you were built to carry it. Even when you didn't feel strong, even when you questioned everything, even when you thought, why me? Something in you still chose faith, and that faith became the magnet for this power. There's a spiritual radar scanning the earth for those who are ready to rise. And your heart gave off a signal. It wasn't a loud shout. It wasn't a dramatic announcement. It was a quiet yes, a silent agreement, a subtle but powerful surrender that said, I'm ready. And heaven heard it. The universe recognized it. And now, you're being equipped.